my brother actually downloaded BeamNG Drive, and the graphics weren't that good on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, well, I want to upgrade to 1080p, so I just got a new graphics card and a new screen and some new speakers because they also broke, and a new keyboard and a new mouse.
Yeah, it costs money, doesn't it? Over a period of getting a few things
Yeah,
like
but
that.
yeah.
Green light, green light.
Hey, guess what, mate? Here we are. Qualifying started. Let's kick off. All right, welcome to the guys and girls. I shouldn't just assume it's guys, but guys and girls that we've got on tonight. Let's see, got a couple of guys back from last week. Amadeus and Case there. G'day, fellas.
Hello.
Yes, so I just want to introduce my good friend Devon, aka Scotty Pie 20. Scotty P, I've been calling him. Nickname from the movie We're the Millers. I don't know if you've seen that, Devon. I think I might have asked you that last week. You've got to watch it, mate. It's a funny movie. But here we are at Silverstone in the Aston Martin series, the Bond series, and in the Gt4 cars. Just kicking off qualifying. Looks like we've got a nice day today, Devon. It's 30 degrees on the track. Outside temperature 24. The stands look a bit empty this afternoon, but we've only got a field of 10 cars tonight, or this afternoon, so that's a little bit less than what we've been getting around in the other 2 rounds, which is a bit disappointing, but a few big names missing. And how are you going, mate? I haven't spoken to you for a week.
Well, you haven't missed a lot.
How do you
if
know
I'm
that?
honest.
Yeah.
So, I haven't been doing much.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of practice at Paul Ricard's earlier this week, and I learnt a few things. One, passing is very hard. 2, it's extremely treacherous offline. And 3, if you don't have a slipstream on the Mistral straight, you're screwed.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, it's a difficult track to race, so it's something to look forward to next Tuesday night, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Or maybe not looking forward to, because there'll probably be quite a lot of carnage.
Yeah, well, hope not. Hopefully it's not a repeat of last Tuesday night. So, but anyway, let's pop the engine sounds down a bit. Okay, thanks, Jamie. One second there, Devon. Just give us a comment, Jamie, if that's any better, mate, and just with regards to how we're coming through, please. So the 10 cars that we've got on tonight, Devon, who have you got your money on? We're missing Jamie, Penguin, Slambo. I'm going to put money on Team Gutenberg to finish in the top 10.
Jeez. I think many of the guys that are in here today are like pro-am quality.
Yeah.
So I don't think don't know who really stands head and shoulders above the rest, because I mean, Ty Morgo, Eagle Wind, Barra Dog, Jambon, Sickle, they're all pretty close in terms of pace. So too Bounty, Angry Old Fella, and maybe to a lesser extent Gaza. But so it's actually a pretty decent field today. I know it isn't a big field, but I think it's a pretty high quality field, because I think there's at least half a dozen guys in with a shout tonight.
Yeah, I think you might be right, mate. It's, I mean, look, with that many cars on track, I think it's going to spread out. So yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens at the front. There could be a little bit of rubbing and racing and door slamming and whatnot, but certainly the cream will come to the top, and I reckon the cream that's sitting at the bottom. And I say this respectively. So Team Little Bear, I reckon I'm going to put a $5 wager on that he'll get a podium by the end of race 3.
You'd hope so.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Good to see. Yeah. But it's starting to see the times come through now, and top 4 cars pretty close together, top 3 cars pretty close together at the moment. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see who can maximise their performance in this session. Yeah. Because I really think I think a very small mistake can mean the difference between starting in pole and starting a little further back down the field. But I mean, in a field as competitive as this, your starting position probably doesn't matter as much. But in terms of staying away from carnage, it really does make a difference. But you know, you never know where trouble can strike. It can strike right at the front of the field, not always at the back.
No, well, we know, we've seen that. Absolutely. So it's I think that yeah, we'll just see how it all cycles through. But Eagle Wind, I think last week performed relatively well. Angry Old Fellows in the British green coloured Aston Martin. I thought he did quite well as well. So Bounty certainly up there. Gazza's in for a chance. Still in the bright green BHR colour, so that's good to see. Jambon, he's got every chance, and we've got Barradog too. So raced on Tuesday night in the Pro League at Paul Ricard, did well, relatively well in race 1. And just obviously following up from that to tonight's race to get in and have a bit of fun and a bit of a play, so that's good.
Wow, look, top 5's only covered by 0.3 of a second, and Bounty and Jambon have done identical times.
And look who's sitting at position number 1.
Gazza.
Absolutely, and where's Team Little Bear? In position 7. Wow.
But look, and Barradog in 6, he's 0.369 behind Gazza. So, like I said, half a dozen cars in with a shout tonight. It's so close. That's ridiculous.
So Eagles 0.03 of a second behind Gazza. We've still got 2 minutes, so there's probably, depending on where they are on track, Gazza's about to come down onto coming through Vale, about to make his way onto Hamilton Straight here, so he'll definitely get one more lap in for sure. Yeah, it's crazy how this series has just been so close, and I know that you know there's been some close racing between these guys in the previous 2 rounds, which has been really good. And to see the battles, it's you know when somebody, you know, they might lose a little bit of front end grip or rear end grip and they have a bit of a near miss, that they'll drop off a couple of seconds, and it's really hard to pull those few seconds back. But it is tight at the top, mate. You've called it.
I mean, you have Angry Old Fella, who's 0.306 behind, and then Barradog is 0.369 behind. So just over 0.06 of a second covering those cars. So, you know, sitting 0.3 of a second ahead of everyone looks pretty comfy right now. Oh, look, Incy's popped up into 3rd place. That's an incredible lap time from him to put it there, and only 0.05 off. It is anyone's game tonight.
I'll jump on board with him and see what his track looks like. button. There we go.
So only 20,
coming
less
through
than 30
A3
seconds on the
onto
clock.
Wellington Straight. He has got someone sitting in behind him. Jam on actually, so he might be. Well, he's only 2.5 seconds. No, he's dropped off. Certainly won't be getting any draft there. Actually, where am I? I'm lost. Here we go. Coming into Beckett's.
Who are you on board with?
Incy.
Okay. Yeah, he's at the bottom of the track. I think it's
Oh, no.
It's on the Hamilton straight.
He's coming into Maggots actually, so that's, there you go. That's what happens when you look at the track upside down. So he's coming in through Maggots and Beckett's.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Why are you telling me that, Devon?
Inseed, car 69. Are you screwing? Are you trying to fool me?
No.
Or something?
No. I think I might be looking at the wrong. I am. I'm looking at the wrong map. The start finish line's in the wrong spot. It might be the F1 track.
It's the old. It's on the pit straights on.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to say. They use the old pit straight for this game. Don't know why. So I don't know what. I think this one's Luffield or Brooklyn's, one of the two. I get confused. So Incy's coming onto the main straight right now, the old pit straight.
Yep. Eagle's still on here. Just jump on board. This might be coming around.
I believe that's Luffield. Then it's Brooklyn's. I think I might need to just bring up a map myself to make sure of it, because I don't want to be getting myself confused.
Oh, I already am, don't worry.
I'll sound a bit unprofessional.
He's done it. He's done it.
Eagle win.
Position
0.420.
Well done.
He's going to be starting first.
He certainly will be.
That was quite a lap.
That was a very good lap.
Okay, so
Alrighty, so there's our starting grid. So Mr. Wilson's come back in. He'll be starting rear of field. I know that Mr. Wilson today threw a birthday present from his good lady friend, the missus, bought him a butt kicker for his rig, and has been furiously connecting that this afternoon. So every chance that he'll be probably lost a couple of kilos by the end of these 3 races through vibration, so that will be good for him. But Eagle Wind in P1, Gazza in P2, Incy in PC3, so that's our top 3, so well done. Yep, Pesky, 3 races, mate. We've got 10-minute races 1 and 2. Race 2 is reverse grid. It's combined points of race 1 and race 2 goes into a final race for a half an hour sprint for race 3. It's not too late to jump on behind the steering wheel too, Pesky, and make up some numbers, mate, if you want to come and jump in the Aston Martin Gt4. But yeah, look, I mean, you look between position 1 and position 8, Devon, we've got literally 0.8 of a second difference between those guys, so it's pretty close. Be interesting to see how this plays out, mate. You're excited again, aren't you?
I'm excited.
I can tell.
Because one make racing does produce action, as we've seen in the previous races that we've done, not just in this car, but in the Porsche Cup.
Yep.
So, because it's really a test of driver ability here, more so than their ability to tune the car, and whether there's no car's going to have a natural advantage over one another because they're the same.
Yeah, no, good point. All good, Drew, mate. Just sit back and enjoy the stream then. And yeah, certainly put some comments through, guys. Just if while you're in there, just definitely hit the like button. Give us a few likes and help just boost the video up through the YouTube channel. It certainly helps promote what these guys do and Race on Oz as well, and the sponsors that we have. So, and then we also have the coming up next Tuesday, the Pro-Am Series followed by the AM Series 1. Are you in the Pro-Am Series, Devon, or are you in the AM?
I'm still in AM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to following you around a little bit then next Tuesday night, mate.
20 seconds.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why K-Man's kept me there is because he knows I can score good points for the team.
Well, that means K-Man's quite a smart person then, isn't it?
10 seconds.
He is. Because, I mean, two fourth place finishes is... I may not be so proud of it, but he's definitely happy. And that makes me happy to some extent. I mean, it's good to hear that.
Alright, so I'm just on board with Gaza, so these guys are going to do a formation lap around, get the tyres nice and warm. We're at, as we said, we're at Silverstone. It's a long track. Pretty tricky track. Have you done many laps around here, Devon, in any sort of the race cars that we drive? The GT3s maybe?
I've done a lot of laps in project cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably where I've driven on it most. I mean,
Yep.
I did drive on in Gran Turismo 6, but it's a shame that this track hasn't actually shown itself again in Gran Turismo.
Oh, we've got someone gone around. Who is that?
I think it's Angry Old Fella.
Oh, is it?
I think that's him.
I reckon he was trying to make a pass on somebody.
Oops.
I don't know how that. I don't know. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's in race 1 at Misano on the formation lap in the Pro Series. I actually nearly lost it and bent it into the wall. So yeah, it is very easy to do something silly like that. But anyway, he's back up there, which is good.
Tis but a scratch. The only thing hurt will be his pride.
Yes. Now.
I just hope these guys remember that. I just hope they remember where the start is.
Well, that's what I was just looking at. So now they're coming down Hamilton Straight, aren't they?
Yes.
Into Abbey and then Farm and Village and the loop.
Yes, you got that right.
Yep, thank you, mate. Got my bearings correct now.
It doesn't look very orderly at the moment. I don't think anyone knows where to go.
Oh, look,
No.
they've still got a little bit to
No,
go
I'm
in
kidding.
terms of track to make up. They'll get the message soon, and then they'll be able to jump in there. But
Incy's desperate to get going. Look how close he is to the back of
you
Eagle
can see
Wings.
that. Well, look, you know, Eagle's going to start on the inside of the track. Incy's going to get a bit of a draft from him coming into turn 1. So that's
Yeah.
to Cops there, but he will certainly be looking to capitalise from P3 and take the inside line on Gazza there. G'day Cameron, how are you,
Yeah.
buddy? Thanks for jumping on, mate. Well done for Tuesday night as well too, mate. I actually watched a replay there where you just missed someone. I don't know who it was.
Start
'cause there
actually
was cars
comes up
going
pretty
in.
quickly.
It does, doesn't it? Here we go.
They're ready for the first race of the night or the day, possibly.
Start's been
Green light.
initialised.
Give us all you can.
Take
Away
it
we
away,
go
Devon.
for the first race of Silverstone. Eagle Wind's getting off to a good start. Incy just a little bit further back. Everyone getting through cleanly as they head into Maggots, a fast section indeed. Then into Beckett's and Chapel. Everyone keeping themselves, everyone keeping it clean. No one's gone off the roads just yet. I think most people know what this track is like, but Incy really giving Eagle Win the hurry up already, coming onto the hanger straight. Incy right in the slipstream, so too is Gaza. Incy makes a dive to the inside of Stowe. Oh, Eagle wins. He's gone a bit too wide. He's gone right off the track. Incy is going to take the lead, and Gaza's going to try and get involved with this as well. Eagle Wind's holding down the inside. Gaza trying to attempt the switchback. Eagle Wind's on the preferred line here, so he's going to make it through one of the Hamiltons straight ahead of Gaza. Some cars going off a little bit, but no one's spun out yet. So everyone managing to keep it settled at the moment. So Fields, good little battles going already. That's a little further back with Jambon. Angry Old Fella. That's Angry Old Fella making a dive on Jambon. That was a very good move. Worked very well there for him. Now, as we come onto the Wellington straight for the first time, Incy's gotten out to a bit of a lead. Then it's followed by Eagle Wins. Then Gaza. Then I believe that Angry Old Fella is the next car. Ty Morgan and Jambon Sickle going toe to toe into Brooklands.
Angry Old Fella.
Very close there.
Absolutely, mate. Very, very close. It's getting a little bit scrappy at the back here. Let's just jump on board with Jambon and just see where. A little bit of a battle. Keep going, Devon. You're doing a great job. Well done.
So we've just completed the first lap, coming onto the old pit straight for the second time. Jambon Sickle giving chase to Ty Morgo. They're very close coming through Cops. In fact, Angry Old Fella looks like to be in the cork and the bowl as they come through Maggots again. Jambon Sickle is still there behind Ty Morgo. Burrow Dog's just that little bit further back. This is everyone's still trying.
Wide again.
Oh, yeah, Angry Old Fella just cut the eggs of the chapel there.
Well,
that's not going to put him in a good position. That's not going to put him in a good position going down into Stowe. Jambon Sickle trying to seize the opportunity while he can. Very close together with Angry Old Fella coming through Stowe. He got a little bit loose on the inside.
Turn him around on the collision.
It's massive contact. Jambon Sickle heading into the wall. That was a massive impact. Quite a few cars caught up in that one. Burrow Dog's got damage. Angry Old Fella got caught up in that. He was lucky not to end up in the wall himself. That's definitely not what Jambon Sickle wanted.
And look who's sniffing the back end of Dog at the moment, Team Little Bear. He can see that Burrow Dog has copped a bit of a whack there, and he's got massive understeer, just gone straight through. So he's just checking out the extra and alternative tracks around Silverstone.
Probably maybe to do that in the next race, perhaps.
Possibly, but Bounty's also coming up as well. He's putting a bit of pressure on Burrow Dog. I didn't actually see what happened to Burrow, so I don't know how much damage he actually sustained, but it appears as that Angry's probably got a $200 go through. What's that on Monopoly? Go past go, collect $200. That's it. Doesn't appear to have much damage on his vehicle, so he's continuing to cycle on. Ty Morgo up into position 4. Gazza's in position 3. Eagle, and then Incy in P1. So these guys at the top 3 have certainly spread out a little bit. You could see on the formation lap, and you called it too, mate, with how eager Incy was to get going, and you can just see that he's taken the bit between the teeth. He's absolutely running with it right now. So this is like watching the Melbourne Cup all over again. Gaz has gone wide. These cars seriously just understeering. You can see full locks halfway through the race. So as you can see, it's a quick race. Cameron Footner, so Gazza looking to capitalise on his Silverstone Pro-Am win last season. Well, I hope so, mate. I really do. I hope that it's a cleaner race than what we had on Tuesday night. So it certainly speaks volumes of leagues when they're able to cycle through first lap or first full lap without any issues. Actually, Bruce has just jumped in too, mate. So he hopefully he gets cracking soon. I know that Bruce is up in Queensland, so he may have been caught up with work or something to that effect. I'm not sure, but I'm glad that he's just jumped into the system, and at least he gets maybe a couple of laps in just to get a bit of practice and see how his car performs. But it's opportunity for him to start up the front in the next race, reverse grid. So that's a good thing. So
Jambon Sickle has retired from the race, and rightly so. Probably had too much damage to repair in such a short race like this. That's basically a crash like that is race over. You can't really recover from it, so he's just going to have to try and make something happen in the next race. But Incy's managed to find something tonight. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he had for breakfast tonight. I don't know what he had for breakfast this morning, but he's really doing well tonight.
He certainly is, mate. He's certainly making a statement, that's for sure.
I mean, he didn't really make much of an impact. Was he? I don't even know if he raced last week. I'm gonna have to check back, but it's good to see someone different out front. And I mean, Incy's an interest in Incy. Well, I don't really know how to describe him, to be honest.
How to say his name?
No. I mean, I've spoken to him. He's an interesting kind of guy. I don't know whether weird's the right word to use. No offense to you, Wincy. I think you're a great person. Just keep doing you. I encourage you to continue doing what you're doing, because you're doing very well.
He's doing very well because he's up in position 1. He's 1.8 seconds in front of Eagle, who qualified in first position, as they come onto the Hangar Straight.
Hamilton Straight.
Oh, I'm looking at the map upside down again. Hamilton Straight through Abbey and Farm on their way through to Village. So Gazza right now is pulling a move on Eagle, and he's successfully dragged him up, coming through Aintree now, the loop onto Aintree into well into straight. So Gazza has found something in these last couple of sectors of the last lap and the one before. So he's obviously set him up. He's going to give him a little bit of a tow along here down well into straight, but I'd say that Gazza's got him covered fairly well.
Got a bad exit there. He got a very bad exit there. So coming into Luffield. So he's going to... So let's see if Eaglewin tries to get to the back of him as we come through for another lap, last lap of the race.
Well, this is the closest battle on track at the moment, Devon. So this is pressure cooker stuff for these guys. They don't want to make a mistake. Gazza has gone a little bit wide there, and I can see Ty Morgo is absolutely just looking at the back of Eagle right now, thinking, and they are teammates. But tonight that doesn't matter. The gloves are off. So this is it.
Eaglewind and Ty Morgos, yes, they really are in a good battle here, coming down the Hangar Straight for the last time in this race. Down into Stowe once again. Ty Morgo just shows the nose to let him know that he's there. Coming down into, I believe this is Club. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, he's deep on the brakes.
Look at my map. Ty Morgo saw an opportunity, but I think it was a little bit of a desperate move at that point in time. So this is where the battle's at the moment. Gaz has just pulled out a little bit of a gap from Eagle Wind and Time Morgo, so unless something dramatic happens, I think Incy and Gazette will have first and second place sorted, but I don't think it's over yet for third place. There's still a few opportunities for Time Morgo to possibly try and get a move. Look how close he gets to the back of him, coming through farm, and then so this is village, isn't it? Yeah, and then through Aintree, but Time Morgo didn't get a very good exit, so he's probably not. So unless he makes a dive bomb into Brooklands here, he's probably not going to be able to make the part.
No, I don't
Not be able to make up the position.
He'll certainly...
To really go deep. Time Morgo's trying to get the cut back, but I don't think he's going to be able to make the move. So it looks like Eagle Wind's going to stay in front of Time Morgo. He's going to get third place, but it's Incy who wins the first race of the day, followed by Gaza. So great effort from Incy to win that race. He really did have a lot of pace, so that, you know, he really is making a statement tonight. So he'll definitely be a problem for the rest of this round tonight.
Yeah, look, mate, that's great calling of the race too, so well done, and I say that every week. With the way that you call the race, it's fantastic. I just love sitting here and listening to you, you know, your one-liners like the cork in the bottle and so forth. It's just fantastic to hear that stuff. But from position 1 to position 7 right through, there wasn't a lot of gaps. It was relatively close, and we did have that incident there where, you know, there was a bit of a coming together coming into Maggots. But well done to Incy. Started from position 3. We could see that he was pretty keen to get going, and clearly we could see why. He's taken the race win in race 1, so that's a fantastic effort. He'll be very happy with that, and that will certainly go towards his combined points for race 3. Gaza has come past on Eagle Win, done very well to pull it into B2, and Eagles held P3, and with Time Morgo absolutely putting pressure on him for that podium finish, so that's a really good effort. Angry old fella, after a little bit of checking each other's door panels and looking in wheel arches of each other's cars, was able to pull it into P5. Bounties come through P6, and Burrow Dog sustained some damage, which has obviously affected his performance of his vehicle. And David, we know when a car gets panel damage, how much it affects the handling of the vehicle. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. You might have 10 or 15 seconds worth of damage, but it's crazy how much it actually changes the performance of the car.
Well, that's what I learnt in my first race. You know, someone rear-ended me at the start, and the car just didn't feel very right, so I just had to pit and repair the damage. So it's like the first lap was very sketchy indeed. It made it even worse in the wet.
What's that?
So, yeah.
When you say the first race, was that not this season?
No, it was the previous season.
Okay.
It was Catalunya.
Oh, yep, got ya.
So, you know, I kind of stuffed up the start on that occasion. Because stupid me didn't read the procedure, because we actually had to reset the room after qualifying because it crashed. So I didn't know what the procedure was, so I didn't know that for the second attempt we had to do 2 formation laps. So, like, I accelerated thinking that we were going to go, and then realised, oh, hang on, no one else has gone, and I realised, oh, hang on, I'm not supposed to start racing yet. I've got to do another formation lap and get everyone into position. So, I mean, that caused a bit of problems. But I got that rear end damage when the race had actually started, because I think I jumped a bit too early.
Yep.
Which then caused the other car to jump as well. So I just immediately hit the brakes, and then the car behind me hit me. So I sustained quite a bit of rear end damage before the race had even started, which was a bit of a bummer. But I was able to, but thankfully, because you have to make 2 mandatory stops, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I did drop back quite far because I had to spend extra time in the pits, but I managed to get myself back up to 7th, which is quite respectable, I think, at least
Oh,
for my first
absolutely.
race.
Anywhere where you can get up further is always a bonus, mate, for sure. Well, we're about to kick off for race 2. So these guys will cycle around for formation lap, and they will actually change positions from where they finish. So predicting that there could be certainly some carnage. We got the faster guys starting rear of field. We'll desperately want to come through. Devon, while we're waiting, there's just a new section that we've got coming in through this stream, and we're going to go to an ad quickly. So if you just hang on 2 seconds, mate. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low, and put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Alrighty, we're back.
30 seconds.
What was that all about?
That was an ad that just
20 seconds.
for country singer Josh Turner, mate, that just came through. So if you haven't jumped on board with him, certainly go through Spotify and look him up. So he's got some good lyrics there. Alrighty. So I'm on board with Incy as they're about to kick off. So 10-minute race 2, reverse grid. This is going to be exciting. You still with me, Devon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a pre-recorded voice from Josh Turner, who's a country singer from America.
I don't know if this is the right platform for it, but anyway.
Yeah. Oh, look, you're not going to see my face on Australia's Got Talent, that's for sure.
I didn't think so.
Thanks, mate. You didn't have to respond so quickly. Anyway, so here we go. Bruce will be starting in P11, so he's going to start. No, he's going to start from rear of field.
Why is he starting from the back? Maybe I'll probably continue to. Well, I mean, it makes sense because he didn't actually compete in the last race, so it would be silly to give him top spot.
Well, he probably could have done. I mean, he didn't collect any points in race 1, so it's not like he's really going to make that much of an effect.
Well, I don't know why, because everyone's getting so spread out. Start line
they'll
isn't
pull it
here.
in for sure.
It does take a while to get around. It does take a while to get around this track.
So that means Burrow Dog is going to be starting in P. And Bounty nearly lost it. That's good. He's warming his tyres up. Just apologies to any of the guys watching on stream live. Country singing is obviously, as Devon pointed out, it's not platform for that type of music. But it was an ad that we crossed over to, so certainly don't want to take the blame for any of if it caused any irritation to anybody. But here we go, mate. We're
lined up now.
They are forming up, so that's good. I'm going to hand the reins over to you because I reckon I'm going to be cycling through the cameras here So
yeah, so everyone's just... So we're coming up to the start now for the second race. Reverse grid. Let's see who can make the most of this opportunity and see what crazy shenanigans could potentially unfold. But for the most part, we want to see some good racing, but Carnage is never too far away in these. They're about to start.
Green light. Give it all you
And
can.
let's go for the second race of the night. Little Bear just missing the jump a little bit there. So Bruise, what am I talking about? No, that's Jambon Sickle gets off to a very good start. Cars too wide coming through Maggots. Looks quite congested back there. Very congested indeed. Let's just go a little further back. I can't see what's going on because the camera's taking a second to load. So sorry about that. Sorry about that.
You didn't say the F word, did you?
No, so little Jambon Sickle got it off to a very good start indeed. He's already made a little bit of a gap on Little Bear. Little Bear's in second place. Max Gassett's third. So everyone making it through quite cleanly. There was a little bit of carnage just a little bit further back as they enter the club section of the track. Angry old fella on the inside. Oh, it got very loose underneath Max Gassett. This is going to give Vinci a sniff on the outside, but that's not where you want to be coming onto the Hamilton straight. So Bounty's getting involved as well here. He's trying to capitalise on this opportunity as they come through Abbey. Very fast section of the track indeed. Someone's just gone into the grass a little bit. Oh, big dive from Angry Old Fella on Max Gassett. He gets the job done.
Turn each other around.
He gets the job done. Bounty and Incy have gone off at the loop. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I didn't see it.
I noticed Bounty gave him a little love tap just to let him know that he wasn't happy.
Angry Old Fella up into third place. Max Gassett in fourth. Then Tom Moore got a little further back. Max Gassett's under quite a bit of pressure as they come through Luffield for the first time.
Tom Moore go up inside.
Yeah, he's definitely got a very good exit as they come onto the old pit straight, or well, the pit straight in our case. Tom Moore go on the inside coming into Cops. He's definitely in the prime position. He gets the job done on Max Gassett, and looks like Bruce might be trying to get involved as well. He can see an opportunity as they come through Maggots for the second time. Really trying to make the move. Sickle cut the corner a little bit there. Does Bruce. Still hanging on to the back of Max Gassett. Little Bear is actually doing pretty well in second, but Angry Old Fella is harassing him on the hanger straight. Coming into Stowe, but Little Bear is definitely defending well as they come into Stowe. So Little Bear putting up a little bit of a fight with Angry Old Fella, but Angry Old Fella is not one to hang around. He's going to try and make a dive.
Little Bear's closing the door on him. He's shut the door.
Yeah,
absolutely
very good.
Shut the door.
Yeah, Little Bear really defending hard as they come through club onto the Hamilton straights. Oh, there's going to be contact. Yes, there is. Angry Old Fella, what a save! How did he keep hold of that? Wow, well done, Angry Old Fella. Yeah, that was a little bit risky, but he did well to hang on to it.
Little Bear's gone loose again.
Yeah, like I said, he went off in the previous race and practiced for this one, but I don't think Angry Old Fella will be that happy. But then again, I think maybe he was being a little bit too opportunistic, or he tries to make a move on the inside of Ty Morgan coming through the loop. As they go through Aintree, Little Bear still holding down the place, but he is being harassed from left, right and centre. He's going right to the inside of the track. He doesn't want to lose this position. He knows how important it is. As they come into Brooklands again. Oh, really pushing Tom Morgo out wide there. I don't think Tom Morgo will be happy with that. Little Bear doing absolutely everything in his powers to keep them at bay. But I don't think it's going to be long before before he gets overtaken, but angry old fella trying to get back into this fight as well. He wants a piece of the action. He wants to make sure that he gets ahead of Little Bear as well after that contact.
No, he's actually, it's Time Wargo's just gone wide, but Team Little Bear is definitely driving a defensive line right now, and unfortunately when you do start to drive defensive like that, you do wash a little bit of top end speed off on out of Exeter Corner onto Main Straight. But oh jeez, did you see that bloody angry old fella come into that corner sideways?
You're halfway through, keep it up.
These guys are just hunting down poor Team Little Bear. Would be looking in his mirror and not seeing the front of cars, he'll be seeing the front and the side of cars in his rear vision mirror. He's just probably sitting there thinking, what the hell is going on here right now?
Oh, he's just parked it on the inside of the so that he won't get a very good exit. Angry old fella just doesn't even care about track limits at this point. But angry old fella, Little Bear defending again.
He's got a nice line through there. He does pull away from these guys just slightly. And see, Time Wargo unfortunately has angry old fella all over the back of him. So not only is he trying to...
Oh, there's been contact in the back. Those Eagle Wind and Max Gassett got together. They're still going, but I don't think Max Gassett will be happy with that.
No.
Oh, is he in the wall? Yeah, he did go in the wall. Did he get damage?
I think he might have done, mate, yeah. Gassett's all over the back of Burradog at the moment. Burra's sticking his nose up on the inside of Eagle here. Just about 3 wide through that corner. Who else is in there? Bruce must have had an incident because he's fallen back in behind Gaz. Is going to take him on the inside. Gaz is way out wide.
Yeah. That's not how you make a move, mate.
Gaz,
anyway, back to front. Oh, Little Bear's got him very loose on the inside, on the outside of left field. He must have gone on the dirty line. He's just moving all over the place.
Oh, he just nailed angry old fellow in the left-hand rear quarter, so that was very well held, but nearly did the old Scandinavian flick, which was it's a very dangerous move, that one, so I don't recommend to do that one at home, fellas, if you're watching.
The Little Bear just got weighted, just got in a bit too deep.
Burradog
that really upset his run.
Bounty's come through the inside of Rooz. This is a tight pack right now, Devon. This is crazy at the moment, these guys.
4 cars under a blanket. Burradog wants to get involved. Gaz is getting involved. Bounty is going to take to the runoff. I don't know if that's... Burradog just missed the corner completely. He obviously got a huge amount of understeer coming through Beckett. But Eagle Wind has now really been given the hurry up from Gaza. So
Burra's gone all the way back. He was fighting for position with Eagle just then. So it goes to show how quickly he can lose spots. Gaza up the inside of Eagle.
Oh wow! I think Gaza was, jeez, how aggressive was he into that corner? I thought he'd gone through too fast, so I was going to lose another position. After that.
I thought he was up on 2 wheels. The last time I saw a car up on 2 wheels was at Movie World in the stunt show. But Gaza would certainly get a job at Movie World driving a stunt car for sure. But well done, Gaz.
Eagle Wind defending from Bounty as they come into Abbey. Very fast corner indeed. So too Farm. I think Bounty just got a bad line through there. Coming into Village. Still pretty close together.
So Bruce has just shot it up there. Who's that? That's Incy. Incy's back in the pack too, mate.
He hasn't really had a good time of this race, but there's still time for him to make up positions.
So who's the cork on the bottom on this pack?
If the field's so close, you could gain a lot of spots. Things can change very quickly, as we've seen. So Bounty's got Bounty sitting in 6th place behind Eagle Wind. Gazza isn't done with yet.
Where did that 10 minutes go? So Clips, just to answer your question, Incy was P1, Gazza P2 and Eagle was P3 in race 1, mate. So those guys started rear field for reverse grid for race 2.
Eagle Wind's gone has extended his gap to Bounty. Little Bear still holding down 4th place.
Jambon's
Oh,
up
Gaz,
front. He's led the race from the start, so that's a really good race from him. Time will go. I think that he's certainly run out of time to try and catch him for sure. But I can't believe Angry Old Fella's still in there after the slapping that he was doing in and around Time will go. Team Little Bear P4, so that's a really good effort. Started in position 2, so he's only lost 2 spots, so that's not too bad. Eagle
Jambon
and
Sickles managed to stay out
Gaz
of trouble.
is putting the heat on here.
Yeah, Gaz is applying pressure to Bounty.
He's sizing him up.
You might try and make a move into the next section of the track, but it's quite difficult to follow through this fast corner. Even though these cars don't have a lot of downforce, there is still a little bit of disturbance, I would say. Oh, here comes Bruce. No, doesn't quite make the move stick.
Gaz is on the outside. He's going to try and do the undercut here, I reckon.
Yeah, but Bounty's parked it well on the inside of the loop there. So that's
gone out wide.
Yeah, so that's going to give an incentive to Bruce to come through on the Wellington Straight. So Gaza, well, I don't think he positioned his car very well. He's probably anticipating the cut. He was probably looking for the cutback and didn't quite work. So Bounty doing a very good job indeed. But look how close he's at the front. Jambon Sickle is barely going to get over the line ahead of Ty Morgo here. So Ty Morgo must have pulled out a massive lap to get to the back of him, but it's not going to be enough. Jambon Sickle's going to get up over Ty Morgo in the second race of the day.
Well done, Jambon.
Angry
Well done, Ty
Old Fella
Morgo.
takes third.
Angry Old Fella P3. Team Little Bear.
Little Bear, 4th place. I think he'd be happy with that.
He will be.
Some great defence from Little Bear.
In his, what did you call it? The fruit tingle colours.
Yeah, no, that's what JJ called it.
Oh, is it?
He called it the fruit tingle.
Mr. Wilson's come back. Hopefully he can jump in for race 3 and add a little bit of extra excitement to the already excitable races that we've had, race 1 and 2. So it'll be interesting to see what the combined points are when it comes out through Discord, just to see where the guys start. But
it will be interesting.
I think for P1, it's either going to be between Ty Morgo or Angry Old Fella, I think.
Yeah, because they seem to have the better averages, because Gazza in the NC 8th and 9th place after finishing 1st and 2nd. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be really close. The points will be really close.
I can tell that you are just about jumping up out of your chair with excitement.
I can't jump.
Can't you?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't. I can't do much. But I can do
well,
this.
I'll tell you what you can do, and Gaming Eclipse is absolutely correct on the money, is that one thing that you're fantastic at is commentary, mate. So you do bring the excitement to the racing. And for me personally, it's just to be doing this stuff with you has been just awesome fun. And I know that's only like a 3-round series, this particular one, and I don't know what's going to happen post this. Well, you probably will give me the flick, mate, and move on to someone bigger and better. But it's been great doing this 3-round series with you, mate. So thank you very much for that.
Well, JJ will probably make another Cup series.
Yeah, you're not going to race in it?
Soon enough.
Give it all you got.
I don't know. Probably not, because this is too much fun.
Commentating.
I do commentary for the Camaro Cup, so this is just
what you do.
You know, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
I'm basically a commentator for the Cup events now.
Well, I think that's
no
a good
point
thing.
There's no point me doing racing, because then it would seem a lot more boring without my commentary.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, just for the guys that are watching, we're actually going to have a server reset So just this is your opportunity. I won't put the country music on again. So just in case. But certainly grab a drink, go to the toilet, and we will be back in a couple of minutes in a new server. So race 3, 30 minutes, combined points of the first 2 races. This will determine starting positions for these guys. And it certainly will be exciting. Hey, Devon, I should bloody stick my car in there and just see if it gets any comments. Stick it on the grid and see what happens.
Why?
I don't know. Beers are on, Footners. Beers are on. I was actually going to ask you that a question, Devon. So I know you're 21, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you had a beer before?
Yes, I've had beer.
Yep. How'd you go?
I've had more than one. I've had beer a few times.
Have you?
But not much. I don't do it that much.
Yep.
My preferred drink is red cordial. I've been having that since I was a child.
I thought you were going to say red wine.
I haven't tried. I don't think I've tried red wine before. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of. I'm not really a beer drinker. I don't drink beer much.
Yep.
It's not something It's not something I really have a passion for. Because I find it too. It's probably harder for me to drink it than it is for other people.
Yeah.
I find it difficult to take more than 3 sips at a time.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should find it more difficult to take more than 3 sips at a time. Would probably help my cause a little bit better, but Cameron Footner just reckons that maybe what you should do is put a little bit of vodka in there, mate, and you'll be good to go.
I've heard of people doing that.
Putting vodka in?
Yeah.
Hey, look, and just for the record, I'm not encouraging you to drink. Absolutely not, okay? But I was going to ask if you do have a beer, then I was going to say cheers to you because I'm having a beer myself tonight, so...
I find that it's for me it's too dehydrating.
Yep.
Like it's like I feel like after a beer I need some water.
Well, that's a good strategy when you are drinking with alcohol is that you drink water at the same time.
Green light.
Just
Go,
to
go, go.
assist with making sure that you don't get sick or anything like that. But that's what I tell my kids anyway, mate. I've got a son that's the same age as you, so and he's a pretty responsible young fella as well, so. But I'm definitely having a beer tonight. I had a massive day at work yesterday. I was awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know where Kyneton is, mate, don't you? Tilden?
Yep.
Yeah, I was up there in the
Yeah.
morning. We've got a big quarry up there that had to go and do some safety inspections on. And then from there, I came back home and tried to get about an hour's sleep in the afternoon to then head down to Dandenong onto the Monash Freeway project with the night shift crew down there and doing audits and inspections until about midnight last night. I think I got home at about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it was an absolutely huge day. Probably why I sound a bit tired tonight. And when I sang that song before, probably why my voice was a little bit off tone because of being so tired. So it definitely sounds better than that when I've had a few more beers, mate. To me, anyway. I'm not sure how it sounds to other people though. Okay, whenever you're ready. What was your dad saying?
Nothing. He's not talking to me.
Okay.
Well, I did have a beer on Sunday
Yep.
at my 21st birthday, which was originally scheduled for August 21 because my birthday is actually the 18th of August. But last week was basically the only opportunity for me to have it because, I mean, it'd been pushed back twice already.
Yep.
So that was real bummer, but I was finally able to celebrate my 21st on Sunday. And I decided, I mean, the place I went to had its own brewery, a small-time brewery. It's not nothing big, but just a small place in Brunswick. And I sampled their pale ale, which wasn't bad. I mean, the best beer that I'd had, not that I've had many, but I thought it was interesting. I mean, it didn't taste like anything else I'd tried before.
Yeah, well, that's it's good that, like, I know that you said your birthday was delayed twice, and there's been lots of people that have had delayed things going on, especially this year and last year. But it's awesome that you got to at least celebrate with friends and family, and I'm glad that you got to taste a pale ale. But I just yeah, with that, and Cameron's also just highlighted it through the chat, mate. But bloody happy belated birthday for turning 21, um, and I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself by the sounds of it. So that's really good. But yeah, no, good on you, mate. Well done. What'd you get? Did you get any good presents?
Well, the only notable present,
Notable? Yeah.
notable, or well, I can't.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'll be quiet.
No, I think Mum got me something, Dad got me something, but the thing that I liked the most was a Lego Porsche 911.
Oh, yes. Have you put it together yet?
Yes.
All right. Don't. All right. So my. All right. Difficulty. How difficult?
Not as hard as the Mustang.
Okay. My son, who's 7, is getting. Actually, I'll say this softly because he could still be awake, but he is actually getting that Porsche Technic Lego for Christmas from Santa.
No, it's no, not the Technic one, it's the Creator one, the 930 Turbo.
Ah, rightio.
So the 1977
Yep.
Porsche
Oh,
911.
okay. Yes.
That's a different. I haven't got the Technic's too big. It probably wouldn't fit. I've got nowhere to put it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's what he's getting. So he got the what's that black car from Fast and the Furious, Dom's black Charger.
The Charger.
Yeah, he got that and put that together, and he's got a Ducati motorcycle. Mind you, he's only 7 years old, so he he's got a good eye for detail and very good with his hands and hand coordination. So hand-eye coordination, which I reckon he gets from his big brother Jacko, which is a good thing. So, oh, that's good. Well, yeah, happy birthday, mate. So we're about to kick off with the final race.
So what's the grid?
I don't even know. I haven't looked. I don't even think I want to have a look, actually.
What?
I did call either Time Morgo or I think Angry I said, didn't I? I'm going to go with Time Morgo. My money's on Time Morgo for position 1. I'll go down to Gaza. I reckon it's going to be about position 4 or 5, I reckon. So we've got 30 seconds to go, mate.
30 seconds.
What are you thinking right now?
20 seconds.
I'm thinking, where are the points? Where's the grid order? Because I don't see
10
one.
seconds.
Can't see it in Discord.
No. So I don't know what's I don't know what's going to happen.
Let me have a look. They've probably communicated it. Oh no, here it is. Oh, we had a wager, didn't we? $5. Ty Morgo P1, Angry P2, Eagle P3, Gaza P4, Incy P5, Jambon, Bounty, Bear, Burra, Cruz, Max, and Wilson. And Wilson is not in the mix, so I think Team Little Bear had some good learnings from race 2. He had a fair bit of pressure onto him, so there's a good opportunity that I think that he might make a couple of moves in this race. Now, I can't remember, Devin, is there a pit stop in...
Yeah, there is a pit stop in this race.
Okay. Alright, well I'll be on board with... I might jump on board with Incy actually, so... Well, we've got 10 people watching at the moment, Devin, so mate, the only thing I can say right now is welcome to the extras that's come on for race 3. It's Devin is going to call the start of this race. I'm going to sit back and work the cameras because he does such a fantastic job of calling the start of the race with such excitement. Certainly give some feedback, guys. It's always helpful. We're getting close. Should be starting to think about what the formation of that looks like.
The time will go. I think the old fellow going to be starting at the front of the grid for this third race. The pack needs to catch up because it's looking quite sparse at the moment. But I don't know if, I'm not sure if I think everyone's aware of where they're starting. I hope they are.
Yeah, well they appear to be. They should be.
I don't know what's going on here. Someone's out of place. Someone must be out of position because they don't know where they're supposed to be at the moment. It looked like someone was. I think it was Angry Old Fella was. And Incy, I think it was Incy that was a little bit unsure about which side he was starting on. But I think they've sorted themselves out now.
Right, you ready, mate? Got your voice ready?
Well, I'm not actually on the right car, so I'll try and get that sorted. Anyway, they're ready to go.
Oh, the formation is terrible.
And they've started. Away we go. For the third race of the night, Ty Morgo and Angry Old Fella very close together. Everyone getting through the first corner nicely at least. Angry Old Fella giving chase to Ty Morgo as they come through Makers, Beggars and Chapel for the first time in this 30-minute race. Everyone seems to be quite well behaved as they come out onto the Hanger Straight. Oh, Gaza and Eagle Wind I think they made a little bit of contact coming out of Chapel, really loose there. Ty Morgo coming into Stowe. Then, oh, he's gone deep. Ty Morgo went very deep coming into Stowe. Angry Old Fella takes to the runoff a little bit there. Eagle Wind in third place. Gaza in fourth place. Incy trying to make a move down on Gaza. He's got it. He's really tight on the inside there. Gaza's going to try and fight it back. Oh, Incy getting loose again. Coming through the club section of the track, I believe that is. So it's a little bit of pushing and shoving down towards the back. But Ty Morgo has got a lead out on Angry Old Fella, and then Eagle Wind, followed by Gaza and Incy. Gaza trying to go down the inside of Incy, but Incy blocks the move as they come into the loop. Oh, Bounty makes contact with Gaza. He's going around. He pushes him again. He's pushed him the right way round though, but that's going to be a bit of damage for Gazza. That's not what he wanted at this early phase of the game. Oh, angry old Gazza and Little Bear went off the track.
Well, I think the rules have been thrown out the window, mate, with regards to smashing into people and then giving that spot back. So,
in regards to track limits,
yeah, Gazza looks like he's come back up the inside of Baradog. Oh, and no, correction, Bounty has readdressed, so that's really well done, mate.
So after the first lap, Tom Morgo was leading Angry Old Fella, followed by Eagle Win, then Incy, then Bruce, Jump on Sickle, Gazza's here, Bounty, Baradog, Max Gazzers, and Little Bear.
Baradog's probably thinking this is a bloody replica of Tuesday night's race.
Baradog making his way through Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. Oh, Angry Little Bear got quite loose through there, but he's able to hang on to it. So Gazza, just a little further up, Gazza is sitting behind Jambon Sickle, coming into Stowe for the second time. Angry Old Fella sitting 1.3 seconds back behind Ty Morgo.
He's done the big undercut under Eagle, and he's actually pulled the pass
got a little bit of lead.
It's a really good pass, actually. He's pull that. And NC right now, because he capitalised in race 1, will certainly be looking to take Angry Old Fella and then Ty Morgo, who is 1.3 seconds up ahead of Angry Old Fella. So this will, Angry's gone wide, but this will be interesting between these two guys. So I think that Itzy's certainly looking to be the cleaner racer of the two at the moment. He's certainly closed in on him too, Devon. Like he's not just sitting back just analysing.
He's not hanging around.
No, not at all.
He got a very good exit out of the loop through Aintree and then into Wellington Straight. Let's see if he tries to make a pass on Angry Old Fella as they come into Brooklands. Yes, I got that right. Oh, Angry Old Fella's just getting defensive, holding down the inside as they go through Luffield.
Yeah, Angry's messy, mate. Incy's got him here, I reckon.
Yeah, Incy got very good drive coming. Got very good drive coming out of Luffield through Woodcote onto the old pit straight. Angry Old Fella will see if he can try and come back through Stowe, but it's a very difficult corner to pass on, and we've seen a lot of big accidents there. But thankfully, Incy has gotten well and truly ahead of Angry Old Fella, so he's going to try and chase down Ty Morgo and see whether he can repeat the results from the first race of the night.
Gazza on Jambon, he's just sizing him up. He's 4 tenths behind him at the moment, so probably be a little bit disappointed that he got taken out first lap. Certainly instant bystander with that, but let's just see. Yep, so it's just taking him down.
Yeah, Gazza's it's on the inside of Jambon, going side by side into Stowe. I think Jambon will have to concede the position. Gazza looks to have made the move stick. Manages to keep it on the track. Jambon Sickle trying to come back at him, but he's not going to be able to do it.
Bruce is pulling a move on Eagle at the moment. So NC is 2.8 seconds behind Ty Morgo. It'll be interesting to see Angry Old Fella's back on NC again. So these guys have come together.
Contact! Angry Old Fella jumps over the sausage curb. He manages to keep it going in the right direction, but I think that was a little bit ugly there from NC and Angry Old Fella. I don't think they expected to interlock wheels there, but yeah, he was just unfortunate to come on second best there. I think Incy gave him a little bit of a shove, and well, it was a little bit messy because he did kind of cut the corner a little bit. So Angry Old Fella won't be happy with Incy over that. I just wonder whether Incy's got some suspension damage from that, because that was a pretty hard contact. I mean, side to side, it can knock your suspension about. So I just wonder, let's just see whether has got any damage and whether Eagle Wind can get past him. But one guy we haven't really spoken about, who was probably snuck under the radar, is Bruce, who's currently sitting in 4th place, trying to make a pass on Eagle Wind D-Roll as they come into Maggots. Or side by side, Bruce gives Eagle Wind the space to take the line. He knows he'll get another opportunity. Eagle Wind went very sideways through the middle part of that corner, heading onto the hangar straight. Yeah, angry old fella right on the back of Bruce, heading into Stowe. He's right in the slipstream. Let's see if Bruce defends the spot. He's sticking to the line. Oh, he does make a dive. He does make a dive in an attempt to get past Eagle Wind, but I think he was trying a little bit too hard there. Don't think that would have worked.
So while these pack of 4 cars are battling like they are.
Oh, angry old fella just hit the sausage curb into Bruce. They've crashed into each other. Bruce has got back on the inside, but look at Gazza now.
Oh, this place is
Gazza will be liking what he's seeing here, but I think angry old fella was just a little bit too aggressive. That's allowed Eagle Wind to take a breather.
So right through. Gazza will be liking this because he's caught him, but then he'll be thinking, hang on a minute, I've got to get involved in this right now. So, you know, what are the chances?
Yeah, he does. He makes a dive down on angry old fella into Village, and then he's coming through the loop again. Gazza will be looking to try to get the cutback. He gets very good drive coming out of the loop, and then he's going to go through Aintree side by side with angry old fella as they come into the Wellington Straight, heading down to Brooklands. Once again, looks like angry old fella's going to keep his position for the moment. Gazza just cuts across a little bit there, but angry old fella's held down his position, and he's looking to make amends for that little incident he had earlier on.
Team Little Bears obviously sped in the pits. He's got the drive through, unfortunately, so that's ruined his chances of. And Angry's just gone sideways, a bit of a power slide through.
Got a few guys coming into the pits. You have Vinci, Eagle Wind and Jambon Sickle coming to take their mandatory stops. Now, are those mandatory stops 25 seconds?
They are, mate, yes. Angry's rear end's all over the place at the moment, like a young fellow in a blue light disco, attempting to do the dance. But Gazza's just sitting in there, just watching, just thinking, how am I going to get past him right now? Even though Angry's all over the place, he's still able to maintain that gap. So I don't know how, but he is. So good effort.
Definitely, but Todd Morgo has almost got a 10-second lead over Bruce, but he's yet to make his pit stop. But even before the pit stop, he'd gotten out to a pretty decent lead, so he's doing it quite well out the front. Nothing bothering him at all. You'd hope that hopefully nothing goes wrong for him. He's sitting pretty in first place. Gaz has just dropped back a little bit from angry old fella. Now Bounty's starting to get involved, starting to just trying to exploit Gaz's weakness. He's just trying to search for an opportunity, but Gaz has done this many times, so he'll barely be thinking about it at this point.
No, I think what he's probably thinking, that Bounty, hopefully, if he does attempt to make a pass, I think that he will do it cleanly. So it's better for these two guys to work together right now. We've still got 19 minutes to go, so they just need to be smart, just drive their race lines and try and peg these guys back. That's up in front. So angry old fella's still all over the place. Yeah,
he got a really bad exit out of the fluff field there. So Gaz is going to try and make the move of cops. Oh, where have we seen this? They go side by side. It's dangerous. And I think Gaz was just a little bit compromised taking the title line there.
Angry's not backing off.
Yeah, angry old fella keeps position. Gazza will just be... Gazza knows that he's vulnerable, so we will keep the pressure going. Oh, Angry Old Fella was very sideways once again. He seems to be fighting that car quite a lot. Now, I don't know whether that's because of setup or damage.
I'd say damage for sure.
Yeah, well, I think he is carrying a little bit of damage, and Gazza knows that. He'll just... But Gazza's not going to do anything stupid. He's going to be smart about this. He knows...
He knows... Wide, deep.
Yeah, he knows that if he positions his car properly, he'll be able to make the pass, but he wasn't so good coming through Stowe there. He's lost a little bit of time. So it's interesting to see the strengths and weaknesses between these two guys. It's like Angry Old Fella seems to be struggling a little bit in the last sector. And then Gazza's just struggling a little bit in the first, so it's interesting to see. But yeah. I think if Gazza's going to make the move, he's probably going to do it probably into Brooklands, I would say, because I think he is pretty strong through this section of the track, as we're about to go through right now.
I think Gazza just needs to play his cards right here and just look for where, even if he maybe pits and does the undercut, I'm not sure, but I certainly don't think that Angry could sustain driving around for the next 17 minutes with his rear end stepping out like that. I mean, the tyres will be overheating for sure.
It's definitely not an easy car to live with.
No, it just doesn't look settled on the road at the moment. Looks a little bit high in the rear end, so maybe it could be a little bit of setup as well too, definitely.
Yeah, Ty Morgan was just gone in for his mandatory stop, and I think that was Bruce as well coming in. So let's see where those guys come out relative to the drivers who have already pitted. But we've got a good battle going on here between Gazza and Angry Old Fella. Coming into Maggots again. Angry Old Fella holding the inside. This is quite a fast section of the track. You really need the car to be settled, and Angry Old Fella's car isn't, so he's probably really fighting it right now, and that little bit of that little bit of discomfort can really unsettle your rhythm. So it's as it is in motorsport, you really need to be comfortable with the car you're driving. You really need to have a clear understanding of where your strengths are.
That's just right up behind him, mate.
Yeah, but Angry Old Fella's defending on the inside, so he knows what to do, but Gazza can sense an opportunity. He's really close to the back of Angry Old Fella.
Oh, Angry's just like mounted that sausage. I can't believe that he's still driving. It's nuts.
Yeah, but Gazza's opportunity. Oh, there's contact between Gazza and Angry Old Fella.
We knew that was going to happen. Gazza's hit him back. He's giving him a tap.
Angry Old Fella retaliates instantly.
Thanks for looking like you were going to readdress, but I'll just give you a tap in the back end just to make sure that you knew that what you did.
That was ugly.
Oh, shocking.
But that's what pressure can do. That's what these situations can conjure up sometimes. Angry Old Fella under pressure, he thinks, oh, I got to make sure I hold on Gazza so he doesn't do over under me coming through club, and then, you know, you can make just a slice there, and you can really clobber the sausage curve and really make your day, and really make things harder for yourself. So of course Gazza saw the opportunity, and Angry Old Fella wasn't willing to give up the position. So well, you know,
this is going to help Ty Morgo. There's going to be no pressure, except that he's got Incy 1.5 seconds behind him, and Bruce is 1.4 seconds behind Incy. The
Angry Old Fella's just come into the pits.
Team Little Bear's got to stop and go, so that would be track.
And so too is Max Gasser's. So we only have one driver left to take their stop, and that is Gazza. But Incy and Ty Morgo are pretty close together, only 1.2 seconds between them.
Yeah, the gap's closing. Bruce has closed down a half a second at least on Incy, so 13 and a half minutes to go. This is going to get quite interesting towards the pointy end of the race. And Devon's called it so well already, but there's been some close battles. And This is top 3 fighting for podium. Position 1, 2 and 3 between Time Morgo, Incy and Bruce at the moment. Bruce started rear of field at, I think, wasn't late for this race.
Yeah.
So that's a really good effort for him to be up into P3. And I know that with Bruce before, he's often come in late for some of these races, even in the Camaro series, and he's done very well when he actually has been able to get on track and put some laps down. So yeah, no, good effort from him.
So when Gazza pits, Time Morgo will go back into the lead. So
Bruce is
he's
just
managing
looking
to
on the
keep
grass
his.
there. He's got a bit car unsettled.
So I think Time Morgo has things under control at the moment. But Incy has a little bit of pressure from Bruce
It's
as
not
they
walking
come.
into at the moment, doing a rear view onto Bruce, mate.
Oh,
And Bruce is definitely better under brakes.
I mean, confidence under brakes is definitely an important thing. You want to make sure that the car can stop and the car can stop properly and not get too sideways. I mean, so if you're confident on the brake pedal, you can really make some bold overtakes. And if you're not confident in the brakes, then you're really going to find life difficult, defense quite difficult. But Bruce is definitely not letting up the pressure here as they come onto the Wellington straight again. So Bruce we didn't really get a good read of him in the previous race, but he's obviously doing very well indeed, and he's proving to be a force in this race. I mean,
yeah,
he's quite close to the front.
He's very pacey. But it looks like he's got a little bit of damage too, so I'm not sure if he's had some contact with somebody along the way, but Incy right now, I reckon will be sitting here just thinking, okay, 11 minutes to go, we've got to sustain this pressure, keep clean lines. There is little bits where he is pulling away, but Bruce is definitely under brakes. Well, Incy goes a bit wide there. This could be the move. Here we go. Bruce has got a run on him. Nah.
Yes. It's pretty dangerous. It's pretty hard to make a pass into that section of the track. You really need to be right alongside. How about that? Incy completely sideways coming through Beckett's, and Bruce is going to take the place.
So this is for P2. This is a really good effort by Bruce. That was a good. Incy caught that well. To be able to hold that through there was very well done.
Yeah, because the car's under a lot of load through that section of the track.
Sideways.
So the car can really snap sideways in a hurry. And if you're not anticipating it, it can really put you off and put you into the wall. Release the grass.
So Time Morgo is how far up the track?
He's about 4.5 seconds.
Well, Bruce is let loose now, so he doesn't have to worry about at this stage, unless he makes a mistake. But he doesn't need to worry about is he really putting too much pressure on him. So he will be trying to close in on Time Morgo, but Time Morgo races in the Pro Series this season. I don't know what car he's in actually. I know that Brennickles is in the McLaren.
I think he's in the Lamborghini.
That's right, he is too. Yeah, so Time Morgo is certainly, he's a professional behind the wheel. He's been around for a long time, so it looks like that if he continues to drive the 007 Silver Bullet Aston Martin Gt4 around Silverstone, the way that he is right now, he's probably going to finish in position 1, so that's a really good effort from him.
Now Incy's found a little bit of pace through the last sector on Bruce, so Incy might try and do what Bruce did to him. Maybe Incy will be trying to pressure him into a mistake. Oh, he's very strong through there. Let's see if he can hold it through the middle part of this section. Incy really giving Bruce the hurry up, coming onto the hangar straight. It's going to be interesting to see who goes deepest into Stowe. But Incy's sitting in the slipstream, just waiting for the opportunity, but I don't think Bruce is going to let him have the place. Yeah, Bruce is taking the inside through Stowe. Incy will be trying to get through on him. Bruce just manages to come up in front as they come into this chicane. Incy just moved a little bit across in the braking zone. Yeah, that's
the run on the inside here.
Oh, he's right on the inside with Incy and Bruce right next to each other. Oh, I don't know why Bruce went out so wide there. Probably thought that Incy would actually clobber the sausage curve. But anyway, he manages to keep second place. Let's see if Incy makes a move into this section of the track. No, he's just a little bit too far back, but he definitely got a good line through there. Bruce sitting quite close to the inside. Incy really using a lot of the curve there, but I think Bruce just got a little bit of a better line coming through the loop there. So Incy will have to have another crack at him if he wants to get this position.
He'll need to set it up again. Still got 7 minutes. Let's just have a look. Got Bounty on Barradog. 4 tenths behind Burrow. Gazza's down in P10, so Gazza's had a shocker in race 3. Certainly wasn't the result that he was looking for, but I have no doubts, I say this every week, I have no doubts that these guys are in a party chat and there will be a lot of laughter going on and chit chat between the guys, which is something that we love to be part of, and it's encouraging. Especially for these guys, but for anybody that's thinking about joining and being part of this, definitely, you know, it's a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 console, ACC. It's a cheapish type of game to purchase, and you think about bang for your dollar, like it's the amount of fun that you have is it's the cheapest fun that you can you can buy. So. Outside of the fun part, you also get a lot of friendship and a lot of camaraderie with these guys.
Well, I've played a lot of console games, a lot of racing games in my relatively short time of 21 years, but I can tell you for a fact that this is the most realistic simulator you can buy on console, and that's a fact.
Yep.
It's that good. Nothing has come close to it, not even... I mean, Project Cars, not even Project Cars. I mean, that was a good game, but I go back to it now and think, well, that's just baby stuff now. I mean, this game just has the level of detail that's applied not only to the way the cars sound and the way the cars sound, the way they're modeled, but also all the systems that they come with. It is the most authentic simulator you can get. It's just a shame that they don't have more cars.
Yes, no, it'd be nice to race in a field of 45 for sure.
No, not just bigger grids, but more cars to race. Yeah, that would be great, but this game was made for GT3 cars and GT4 cars and some of the other SRO sanctioned racing championships, because they're basically the people that have licensed this game.
Yeah.
However, we are going to see a new Lamborghini Super Trofeo coming to the game in a few months.
650
which I would really love to drive and be part of a Cup Series 4. I think we probably will do a Cup Series 4 that car. I mean, I would like to.
Oh, mate, you know what? I would love to be able to do driver swaps.
Well, I think you can do that in the PC version, but
I'm
not sure.
No, but I mean on console. That would be fantastic if we could do that.
Well, that's something that I've wanted for a very long time, but then again, I'll need someone I'll need someone who's basically as good as me on a controller, and there aren't many people like that. So.
Why does the other person have to be on a controller?
Well, you see, a setup that I make may not be very good for someone on a wheel.
Oh, okay, yep.
That's the main reason. I may not. Someone may be on wheel, you can probably run a more aggressive setup. On a controller, you can't. You have to be a little bit. You have to be a little bit conservative, because if you make it too aggressive, it just becomes too loose and it's too hard to drive.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll get your point.
So having a setup that works for a controller and a wheel is going to be pretty difficult, because it means that the wheel user will be compromised to a degree.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate. Totally agree.
So it'd be easier for to have someone else on a controller. But I'm not saying that a wheel user can't join up with me, but they'll just have to be aware that the setup will be one that I make, and may not necessarily be perfect for them. It may have too much understeer, because the setups I have tend to have a bit more understeer, and for guys who tend to prefer oversteer, they'll probably hate it. But anyway, if that's what they want to race with me, that's what they got to do. That's what they got to deal with.
Mate, I'll put my name down on the list. I'd be honoured to go alongside there with you. It's in that, what do you call it? The super what? Trophy?
The Super Trofeo.
Trofeo.
Yes.
See, that's why you probably passed English, and well, actually, I did pass English. I got a D, but you probably got a B.
And yes.
Am I correct?
I think I got a B plus for my exam. I got a B plus for my exam. I got so close to an A.
Enough said, right? So your pronunciation of words is way better than mine. But Cameron, it's just, mate, I'm trying to forget about the unfortunate incidents from Tuesday night. Certainly copped it hard, mate. So anyway, but upwards and onwards is what I'm thinking. And yes, ACC is probably the most realistic thing that I've ever driven outside of driving something for real. So Devin, can you believe that already we're down to 1:30 and we've had 30 minutes of racing, and it's just gone like in the blink of an eye, mate?
Well, good. This has been a pretty good race, quite clean for the most part compared to last week. But even towards the back, we have a battle here. Max and Gaza are going at it, even though it's for 9th place. It just goes to show that these guys really do love to race, even if it's for the minor placings. They're still going to race because that's what they love to do. So it's really good to see that there are battles throughout. That there have been battles throughout the pack, not just at the front, but also at the back, as I'm seeing here.
Bounty on Burrow, which Burrow's got to drive through, so you might as well let him go through. He's certainly still fighting for position.
Oh, Bounty got a very good line out of there. He's going to go alongside Burrow Dog, who has broke every penalty, so, you know, I don't think Burrow Dog really cares at this point. Yeah, well, that rejoin was a little bit sketchy.
A little bit. That's okay. We'll let Burrow have that one. Burrow's done a fantastic job with his team captain since he took on GRT. And he affiliated with BHR from the very start, but yeah, he's a great fella, great bloke to talk to, and got a ton of respect for him. So Ty Moore goes on the final lap. He's just had an easy race tonight. He's got no damage on his vehicle whatsoever. He's been able to cycle around without too much incidents and effort, which is what you want. Bruce, starting from rear field, has been able to put himself up into P2, which is a bloody fantastic effort to be able to do that. And Itzy's in P3, so he'd be a little bit dirty, I reckon. He did finish strong in race 1. Had a little bit of a mix up there in race 2, but has certainly fought back and had a solid finish if he holds it together in P3. And Eagle, same. So pole position for race 1. Had some dust ups there in race 2, and it's going to hopefully bring him home in P4.
Barring the shouting.
Barring the what? Shouting?
It's all, well, one phrase that my dad uses is it's all over bar the shouting.
Oh, yep.
So Tom Olgo looks to have this one in the bag, given that he doesn't make any mistakes, which I don't think he will, because he hasn't really made any all night.
Gaz is still hot on Max here. It's been a good battle between these guys. They'll certainly, take some learnings away from this. Probably helps their safety rating a little bit too, I reckon.
So Ty Morgo just coming onto the old pit straight now.
Yep.
He's going to take race 3 of the Bond Cup at Silverstone.
Well done,
Absolutely faultless performance. He takes the checkered flag with a pretty decent margin to Bruce, but Bruce very good effort coming from the back of the grid to finish second. He'd be very happy with that. Incy in third place probably may not be so happy considering how well he performed in the first race, but a podium is nothing to get upset about. So then you have Eagle Wind, Bouncy, Jambon Sickle, Angry Old Fella.
Sideways coming around there, so I don't know how the hell it's been up.
Sideways, angry sideways old fella.
That's it.
Sideways old fella. I think we'll call him from now on. He takes 7th place. Max Gasser in 8th place ahead of Gazza, who's really not had a great night. Not entirely his fault though. So he'll be a little bit upset.
And bringing up the rear is Team Little Bear, so I still reckon he'd be happy with his involvement throughout the 3 races tonight. He absolutely did a great job in race 2 to defend Ty and Angry, and certainly make those guys work for that position to be able to gain. So
he'll be having fun.
Oh, of course he will be.
I mean, he seems like that kind of guy. Like he knows he's probably not the best, but he'll still put in 100%. And that's why we love him.
Yeah, absolutely, and we do love him. And you don't have to be the best to have a lot of fun either, do you, mate? So
that's what one of my old league buddies said to me once. Look, I don't care where I finish. I just want to have fun, and that was coming from a guy who really didn't finish up front very often. So, it just depends on your perspective. So,
mate,
you don't need to be fast to have fun.
Nah, we only live once, and whatever we do in that time is very important. So, anyway, so that's the end. So well done. Congratulations to Ty, Bruce, and Incy for the podium finishes. And well done to the rest of the guys too. So, some very close battles. A couple of little incidents there, but it wasn't too bad. And, some good viewing. Hopefully for the people that have been on watching and the people that are still on right now, thank you for your support over the last 3 rounds. It's been nothing but great to sit here and watch comments come through. So thank you so much for that. And I just wanted to say again to Devon, Fubble Trouble, Scotty Pie 20. Devon, mate, thank you so much for being part of this 3-round series with the GT4 Aston Martin. Mate, I have enjoyed myself. I said it last week. For some reason, I just continue to laugh all the time, and for me, I need that. And thank you, because it doesn't happen often enough. And you're a great young fella, and you've come a long way. Continue to do what you're doing, and whatever commentating looks like going forwards, I would certainly be honoured to sit here and do that commentary with you, mate. So thank you again from myself.
Well, I've had a lot of fun commentating on this as well. It's not often I get an opportunity to do it, and I mean, I know this is like a small time thing, nothing major, but I don't care because I have an audience. I know, but it's not much, may not be much of an audience, but it's an audience nevertheless. And amongst this community, I want to make a name for myself outside of just racing, and I want, I mean, I watch these races. I watch many real world races and just wish I could commentate on them. Sometimes I commentate on them myself, and then Dad tells me to shut up because he's listening to the actual commentary. I mean, I remember years ago commentating on, years ago, Channel 1 had NASCAR highlights, and I usually like to commentate over the top of that.
Mm.
I find I really seem to I like doing it because I just feel like sometimes listening to commentary, listening to the words that people use, it inspires me to an extent because I probably let me just put it into a different context. I mean, just think about the commentators that you've listened to, the ones that you remember from your childhood. I mean, look how much of an impact Murray Walker had.
Yes.
You know, because a voice can mean so much to so many people. Now, I'm probably not the best voice to ever have commentated on anything, but me seeing those, listening to people like Martin Brundle and David Croft, Neil Crompton, Mark Scaife, like I mean, sometimes, I mean, I like listening to what they say, and I sometimes wish that I could be in the commentary box because I'm an excitable person and and I'm a passionate supporter of motorsport, and I mean, this is as close as I can come to it, and that's why I do it.
And that's why I love that you can be part of it, mate. And look, I would have you part of any commentary that I do, going forwards, because I know that you do love it, and I know that it's good for you, for like mental health for yourself as well. It gets you involved, and I just love having you part of that. So, and did your dad, when he comes up to you, does he go? Does he, when you're being loud, does he put his hand on your shoulder and say, "Devin, just quieten down," or does he come up to you and say, "Mate, shut that up because you're being too noisy"?
Oh, he doesn't really complain when I do this.
Yeah, that's good.
He just complains when He just complains when if I do it watching the television because. I mean, I think part of the reason why it kind of came about is because primary school, because that was quite difficult for me, and I think I was a little bit annoyed when I came to the realization I really couldn't compete in any of these sporting activities with my friends because I just couldn't keep up with them, and it was quite difficult for me to take, especially being a young child. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on with me, and I wanted to be like other kids, and I'm just not like them, thinking, well, this isn't fair. And I think it was at that time where I kind of said, I don't know if it was someone offered it to me or whether I suggested it, because I remember years, I'm not sure who told me, whether I just said it because, oh well, I like listening to the commentary from Supercars and Formula 1 and thinking, well, is there some way maybe I could commentate on an activity that we do here or for something else. So, because I think maybe the teachers just were trying to think of ways to get me involved.
Yes.
And I think, I don't really know how it came about, but I do remember one time, years ago, where I was presenting some award for the House Cup, just some activities that we do, because as you know, schools have these houses, and we had this inter-school, well, not inter-school, but more like intra-school, is that the right word?
Yep.
Kind of activity, and I think, I'm not sure, was I there for that? Maybe. But I do remember reading out the results for that House Cup, and being up there in front of 300 odd students. Most of them probably would have said, "No, I'm not doing this." But I said, "Well, why not? You know, And the feeling I got when I did that, it was empowering because there weren't many occasions where I felt like people were really paying attention to me or really cared. And being able to control the crowd of students like I did was, I swear, I'm not going to swear. It was really one of the best feelings
Yep.
for me because one thing that usually happened at school assemblies, right, was the teachers or whoever it was, usually the teachers who were announcing something or whatnot, would ask all the students to do a drum roll, which basically means that everyone was putting their hands on the ground and making a massive rumble in the school hall.
Mm.
And I was, and being able to say those words and getting all those students to do it, bloody hell. I
Yeah.
mean, that was like, for me, that was like that was like the best thing.
Yep.
And there was also, and I know I'm droning on a bit, but there was another occasion where I had a speaking role in this annual school, in the biannual school production, and there was even more people there, and I just stood up on the stage and delivered my lines like it was nothing, and I didn't even get stage fright or anything like that. So, I mean, that was also pretty special, and the fact that I could take center stage for even just a couple of seconds, it just makes everything I do worthwhile, and it's such a proud feeling. I mean, it's something that Mum and Dad will be telling me about, that Mum and Dad will be talking about for years and have been talking about for years. So,
Mate, look, honestly, I haven't met you, but we've had some good conversations. We've had good conversations before. We've gone live with racing, and um, it just is for me like, yeah, I feel like we've built a relationship through racing, and I think that what you do and how you do it is very professional, and you're very passionate with what you do, mate. So if as a father, I would absolutely be proud for someone like yourself to be able to stand up and have that confidence. So well done. But yeah, no, good on you, mate. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. But you know, aside from the serious stuff, the thing that I've found is through the stream, um, that whilst you're quite serious, you're also probably unaware, but you're actually quite funny. So after last Thursday night, there was a couple of things that I said in the stream, and I actually played it back through the iPad for my wife to watch, and here's me trying to drop one-liners and be funny, and you're just giving me crickets. And we both we were watching on the bed. We laid on the bed just laughing our heads off, and my wife works with kids with needs at school, and she's like just got this appreciation for everything like that. So yeah, no, look, for me, mate, hand on heart, thank you. I've loved doing this with you, so thank you so much. Yeah,
I'll be sure to do it. We'll be sure to do it again.
absolutely. All right, well, I better turn the bloody broadcast off because I forgot that it was on. But thank you for the viewers there, and for the guys that have listened in and are not aware, but Devon is, now I'll probably say this wrong, but has muscular dystrophy
Yep.
and is in a electric wheelchair and is a professional racer on esports using a hand controller, whilst most of us are sitting in a cockpit using a steering wheel, and does a really, really good job. So next Tuesday night, we do have the AM1 race being live broadcast, and we also do have the Pro-Am race with a lot of the guys that you've seen tonight that will be racing. But yeah, look, definitely Scotty Pie 20 is who you're looking for in the AM1. Both Jamie and myself will be commentating that race. Jump on board, put some comments in, give some support to Devon, and certainly push the like button and make sure that we continue to promote. And whilst we can build big numbers for our streams, what it does is it allows for Devon to have a platform to continue to do the stuff that he loves. And, if I'm not commentating with him, I will certainly be listening in. And if I'm not listening in, then I'll be racing in. And I hope to God that Devon gives me some bloody airtime and some good comments when I'm actually on track. So, alrighty. Thank you, guys. I'm going to say goodnight to the streamers. So, thank you so much for everything that you've done here tonight. It's been awesome. Just love how committed you are, and thank you so much. So, from me, good night, Devon. What final words?
I thank you too for giving me this platform to do this, because based on what you've told me, it's really makes your day, and I'm so happy that it has.
Yeah, good on you, mate. You're the best. So thank you so much. All right, good night, viewers.